Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to the channel. This is the Extreme Wise Predictions channel. Today is our Answer Monday, where you get your questions actually answered in the lens of a psychic. In this video, we're going to be talking about multiple things that are going around based on your questions. And let's dive right into the video. First of all, I actually predicted about the Czech Republic legislative elections that was going on, and I told you guys that Andre Babis is going to actually win. He won the elections and it has been declared that he was the winner. I also have other numerous predictions about October 2025 elections around the world. If you want, you can actually check dozens of my videos. I did it in the October predictions. I also did it in last week's Answer Monday predictions. Um, Before we jump right in, we have a membership that is actually going on. If you want to join the membership, want to support the channel, you can join the membership. We have 3 tier levels. I think I have only one member at the moment. There's something that is coming up for the membership. So if you want to join, it is going to be very, very grateful. And also, if you want to support the channel as well, under the the link on the under the bottom of the video, you can see thanks as well. I put the thing over there for you to be able to see. Whilst I say this, you can also give thanks and then donate to the video as well. It's all part of actually supporting the video. Let's jump right into the video based on your questions. The first question here, we have Ellen Paul. Ellen Paul says that, do you see the rise of other benevolent leaders like Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso in Africa? So when you talk about benevolent leaders in terms of Ibrahim Traoré, I wanted to know if is it in terms of the coup or in terms of the impact that he has on the country or the way he shut down every foreign company who does not abide by their internal rules. He had laid down because I'm trying to have specific. So if you want to try and be more specific in terms of the questions that you ask so that I can be able to answer your questions. But in this sense, I think there is a lot of leaders already that is following in his footpath based on the fact that they are seeing success that he's bringing in that way. But a rise of a benevolent leader, I do not know because the question is actually not clear. Let's move on to the next question. I have a Kamal Baby here. Kamal Baby says, do you see anything about the re-evaluation of currency in terms of evaluation of currency? Like I already said that in my introduction, that like there will be an introduction of digital currency. I see that that will be one of the top, in terms of that will stop currency from, like paper currency around the world and stuff like that. In terms of revaluation of currencies, I don't know if it is about global currency, but I think in general, we are going to be going to have like one digital currency through digital currencies around the world. But in terms of paper currency, everybody will be utilizing that, but it is going to be, no longer be in use based on the fact that we are no longer going to be using paper currency going actually forward, and it's going to be all digital currency. And this is in the pipeline actually coming up. You see that there are countries that are actually looking at these things, and this is going to be very huge. So that's what I see happening. Let's move on to the next question. So I have Paul here. Paul says that, will there be cyber attacks on the grids this fall in the US? So let me do this thing this way. Uh, this is very an interesting one. I didn't want to say it, but do you guys know that they are already in our grade systems already? They are already in that grade system. Since the grade is not has not gone fully remote yet, they are unable to control it the way they want to control it. But some people in different states will have a glimpse of a sense that there's sometimes the lights goes off and on like rapidly. It's not like they just one time thing, but it goes on and off like rapidly. And it's kind of a testing period that they are in right now. And the system or the government knows that these people are really in the system. So they are trying to delay the fully remote thing that want to be introduced in terms of our grades, and then try to remove them out of the system before they go fully remote. But that's how I say. But in terms of this fall, I don't see anything in terms of any cyber attacks on our grade this fall, but they are already in the system, but there's no full control yet. And then based on the fact that there's no full control, we cannot say that there's going to be there's going to be any cyber attacks based on that. If that makes sense. And let me move on to the next question. So we have CS says that will there be a stock market crash in the US by year end or in 2026? When you say like a market crash, will you consider, let's say, a 10% dip as a crash? If you consider, because a crash, it depends on individual side, because maybe somebody 5% is a crash, but I don't see any major crash till the end of this year. I don't see that happening. What I rather see is that I see a slow rise, um um which I already made a prediction on in my October 2025 predictions, that there's going to be a slow rise of the stock market, and I see that actually already happening. Um, in 2026, there's going to be a crash. Like I said, if you consider like a 10% crash as a crash, then there's going to be a crash in 2026. That's what I'm picking up. But if 10% is not a crash, then there's not going to be any crash. So that's how I'm going to actually talk about it. This is not a financial advice. It's just prediction for entertainment purposes only. Let's move on to the next question. So I have Fiat. Is it Fiat or something? It says, thank you for the opportunity to ask questions. Can you say anything about the future of Bulgaria? Will the euro last there for long? So let me try to zoom in terms of Bulgaria. Let's see what I can pick up in terms of Bulgaria as a whole. Bulgaria. Yes, for the euro, yes, the euro is going to actually, the euro has come to stay. That's what I'll say in Bulgaria. I see that the euro has come to stay. And and I think that Bulgarians will start using this euro. I'm picking up something January 2026. I see January 2026. I don't know if it's the beginning of January, but I see January 2026. They are going to be starting using their currency. But I see that both currencies are going to be used at the same time. That's what I'm picking up. And I'm also seeing a lot of flood in Bulgaria. I'm seeing flood in Bulgaria where people are stampede, and then I see that the flood will sweep away some lives as well. Whilst I'm seeing that danger in Bulgaria, I'm seeing a danger in Bulgaria today. Today being October 6th, 2025, I'm seeing there is a danger it has to do with the flood. It looks like they are telling me that flood again, flood again. I'm hearing the word flood again in my ears, and I'm seeing that happening, that there's going to be flood again today, actually, in October 2026. I'm also seeing that I'm seeing a power outage in Bulgaria. I'm also seeing a power outage in Bulgaria. I'm seeing that the introduction of the euro will make the prices of goods and services actually go up in Bulgaria. That's what I'm picking up. And there's going to be a lot of economic, I think economic changes in Bulgaria. That's what I'm picking up. I'm seeing economic changes in Bulgaria. I'm also seeing a protest in Bulgaria. It's going to be about it's not like this one I'm picking up. It's not of the government, but I'm seeing it of the media. It's going to be like a protest of the media. I don't really see it clear, but it looks like they have a media challenge, or people in the media field were under attack. That's what I'm picking up at this moment in terms of that. Whilst I'm talking about protests in the media, I'm also seeing another protest, right? It's against the government. I know I probably so said it wasn't, but the one was for media, and this one I'm seeing it for the government. It looks like it is like ongoing already. It looks like the protest is ongoing already. That's what I'm seeing. I'm also seeing changes. They're going to be having changes in immigration policies that is coming in Bulgaria as well. So that's what I'm picking up. Um, right now, I'm being told something. I'm being told that there's going to be a bus situation, which is going to be worse. And I don't know what kind of bus situation is talking about, like the transport situation, but I'm feeling like I am standing waiting for my bus to actually come through, and my bus never have comes. It's like something that I'm picking up that way, that I'm standing waiting at the bus station waiting for the bus to come, but it never happens. You see, I can go on and go on and go on, and I'll be seeing a lot of things. I'm seeing even the election 2026 in Bulgaria already, and I'm already looking at I'm seeing the owner as well, the winner as well. But I'm not going to mention who won. But here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you that the current president will not win the 2026 election. And when I'm looking at those who were contesting, I'm not seeing the current president in that list as well. I can go on and go on and go on, but I'll end it here. But the last thing that I'm picking up is I'm picking up bushfires. I'm picking up fires. It's not even only bushfires, but I'm picking up fires outbreak in Bulgaria at the moment. There's going to be a lot of fire outbreaks in Bulgaria. I'm picking that one up also. Let's move on to actually the next question. So I have Christy here. Christy says that, love your show. Can you please tell me generally if AI stocks are in the bubble, or if there is room for greater appreciation in the years ahead? So let's say that AI has come to stay. That is what I would say. AI has come to stay. So anything about AI is going to go up. Not right now, because there's a pushback on AI and stuff like that. But if you are looking for AI to actually go up, or stocks in AI to actually go up right now, it's not going to be possible. But AI has come to stay. There's challenges that we have, but AI has come to stay. So people will say the earlier you get in, the better it is, because AI will actually be the antichrist and it will control everything. So if you get in now, maybe years later, you can be having something, beginning. But I see that, the room for appreciation will come soon. Like I've told you guys in the past that, like I said, uh, from 2028, that is where we will see the real takeover of AI in the world. Like I have predicted already. Anything that we begin, there is almost a challenge in the things that we do. But here's a case that with AI has actually come to stay. The early you start learning about AI, the better it's going to be for you in the coming years, because AI has actually come to stay with that. It has made a lot of people have easy transitions. A lot of people even use AI to do multiple things, write emails, do everything, summarize their work, do their work and stuff like that. So AI has come to stay. I know if there is an introduction of anything, there is actually pushbacks and stuff, but AI has come to stay. Let us move on to the next question. So I have love is the only way. Love says that, hello, David, and thank you in advance for considering my question. What can you say about the German development? Will there be a change of government, and will Germany recover economically? Okay. So I think the first question is about Germany development. Hmm. So I don't see. Let me take the first thing that is coming in my mind, change of government. But I don't see any change of government coming anytime soon in Germany. I see that Germany will keep going down this year. This year they will keep going down. But I see that midway 2026, things will start changing, but it's going to be slowly. I see that happening. I see also that there's going to be Germany, they are going to be using other funds that is appropriated for something else to do to invest in different sectors, right? So that they can improve the economy. That's what I'm seeing happening. So that's what I'm seeing coming up in terms of Germany. But I think I've made predictions about Germany in the past, so you can look at my predictions. So I think I've answered your questions already in Germany. Let's move on to the next question. We have Renee. Renee says that, hi, David. Thank you for all the hard work that you do on your channel. I have a question about the military going into cities in the United States. Can you look into this and see the reason behind these types of action and what is the actual real story? I'm going to make it short based on there's a lot of things out there on online. So I'm going to zoom in and see the things that we have, and then based on what is not written online, I'm going to pick those around apps and see what are the main reasons. So the main reason I see, which is different from the normal ones that is online, is that um, the military actually going through cities is based on the fact that the assassination attempt rumors on Trump's life and his stuff is the reason why, is the main reason why they are going through the war, the cities. And then I'm feeling also that it is the fear of war that we're going to start within. I made prediction that there's going to be some riots coming within. It's not outside, coming within. I think that is the reason why maybe, Trump and stuff, they have been watching, psychic channels and stuff like that. So I'm seeing that based on those things, based on the fact that they don't want war or an invasion to start within, the fear of a distraction or a war starting within is the reason why they have militaries going to the cities, and also the assassination attempt, so that they can pick the signals of these things very quickly. And if they leave it astray like that, people can start doing what they want. But whilst military faces are within the city, it's going to be difficult for you to take the taxes or the route you want to actually take. So that is the reason why I see that. Let's move on to the next question, guys. So I have Tammy Adams. It says, hi, David. Could you give any insight in the political situation in Zimbabwe? Would be very much appreciated. I think that we had a little bit of conversation in the comment section in terms of Zimbabwe. I think the only thing that I'm seeing is that the president of Zimbabwe, let me zoom in a little bit on him. I think the president of Zimbabwe wants to change the law. I think he wants to run again for presidency for the third term. I think he's already won 2 times, and I think he's considering changing the law that is in place, or the rules that is in place, not allowing him to run for a third term. So I'm seeing that the route that is happening in the government sectors is based on the fact that the opposition parties are not allowing him to actually take that or change that law. So what he is going to be doing is that he's going to be arresting the opposition parties. I see him arresting the opposition parties. And this is going to be creating tension. But I see that's what I'm picking up in terms of that. But your question is I wanted to, include certain things. But since your question is not on that, I'm not going to be including. And if you guys are watching to this point, I want you to know that if you become a member, these things that I'm picking that are not part of the questions, I'm going to do a separate video for those, just for the channel members, right? Just for the channel members. If you're joining the channel members, I'm going to do extra videos after my Answer Monday videos and give you some other prediction. It's going to only be for channel members only, and that's what I'm going to be doing going forward. So all my Answer Monday videos After the Answer Monday video, I'm going to actually be posting another video for channel members only that I'm going to drill deeper into some of these things if you ask, and then additional predictions as well. And then I told you guys that we're going to be doing what we call, we'll pick two countries and I'll make predictions about them every Tuesday. So I want to have my 2026 yearly predictions, and then I'll be doing those going forward. And then the channel members, or the channel members will be the ones to pick those two countries that I'm going to be predicting about every Thursdays. So if you want to be part, look at the link in the descriptions below and join the channel membership today. Let's move on to the next question. I have Romeo here. Romeo says, hi, David. What is your take about China occupying islands within the Philippines economic zone? Will they leave and when? So with China, China will never leave, right? They would take it for good. That's what I'm seeing. They would take it actually for good. And you see that Philippine zone that they are talking about in this, in the China, South China Sea level, if they give it up, China is going to collapse. And China knows this. Even though it belongs to Philippines, China is going to take it over. They are never going to give it up. I don't see them actually giving up, because it is a stronghold for China in terms of, zooming into, other attacks that is coming from other countries and stuff. So no country can give out their stronghold. It's not possible. So I don't see China actually being able to give that one up. They're never going to give that one up. So there's not going to be any when, or there's going to be, if there's going, they are never going to leave, regardless of what anybody throws at them. They are never going to leave, because that's their stronghold. Let's move on to the next question. We have Sobia. Sobia says that, hi David, how easily you move from one subject to another. You are fantastic. Um, Let me move on to his question actually. So he says that in the liberation of African countries from former foreign influences, will the countries retain the use of these foreign languages like English, French, Portuguese, Spanish, Dutch, or will they return to their own languages? Will there be a major economic alliance between African countries? Many thanks in advance. Okay, so I think with the situation in terms of the languages, right? The African countries will start introducing the mandatory lessons for their own languages, but they are not going to do away with the foreign languages, but they will try to replace the way foreign languages have dominated over their country, right? They are going to replace that so that we can actually be communicating within. So there's going to be like the way they communicate in those foreign languages in the schools, their local languages will be the ones that is going to be dominating. That is going to be a mandatory for them to actually pick one local language and be the dominator of those local language within their country. I see that is what is going to be happening. And and that is what it is. And I'm also picking up something straight for some of the African countries, that they are going to have like a mandatory, if any foreign countries is going to actually be trading with them, they are going to have like the mandatory of you being able to speak their local dialect to make the trade. And if you are unable to speak their local dialect, it means the prices that they are going to give you is going to be outrageous. That's what I'm picking up for other foreign the other African countries that I'm seeing at this moment. And I'm also seeing that, I think your other question was based on your other question was African countries having alliance. I think that yeah, the African country, I don't know if it has already started, but they are going to be opening their borders for all other African countries for free trading and stuff like that. I see that happening for African countries, and I'm seeing that a lot of these African countries are going to be coming as one. I think I picked up something about South Africa the last time, that there's going to be like a leadership conference going on in South Africa. I've forgotten when it is, because I'm zoomed out of that. But I see that it's going to be happening from that time onwards. There's going to be like a strong alliance within African countries, and there's going to be that bond where even African countries traveling to African countries, will have like a free visa thing within those jurisdictions. That is what I'm seeing happening in this contest. So let's move on to the next question. So I have Lex. Lex says that will Germany deindustrialize be reversed due to loss of cheap Russian energy? He said, will UAPs and UFOs drones continue to be seen like in Denmark? Yes. So the drones are going to be continually seen. I see that drones will continually be seen, but I don't see that Germany will actually, I think I didn't, Germany will not reverse any industrialization based on any cheap Russian goods. There's not going to be any industrialization. Now the countries would like to, control their own things, right? So it's relying on other countries, even though it is cheap, they will not actually take those. They will not actually take that route. So I don't see them reversing anything at the moment. And the drones are going to even intensify, if that is what you want to hear. But the drones are going to be intensified because these are all tests, because there's a big thing in front of us. There's a big thing ahead of us at this moment. So the drums I'm going to be intensified. This is something that is going to be coming in as well. But yeah, so that's what I'm picking up into multiple countries, and different countries will also be seeing drums and stuff like that. This is the new age that we are in, and most of the time we are going to be actually used to it coming those years. Let's move on to the next question. I think this is my last question. I see I can't pronounce the name. Is it Suhai or something like that? It says that when do you expect San Francisco earthquake? I never expected any San Francisco earthquake to begin with, but when do I expect it? I don't know what the question is. There's no time frame here that you have given me in terms of if it is this year. But if it is this year, I don't see any earthquake in California for the rest of the this year. I don't see any earthquake at this moment, but maybe next year there's going to be. But these things are not even predictions for next year, because we know that every year there's earthquake coming, but the intensity of the earthquake that makes the prediction. So but I don't see for the rest of the year, I don't see any earthquake at this moment. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, kindly like, subscribe, and also don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any more videos that we are coming. Like I told you, if you want, you can be a channel member with a link below, and also you can also donate to the video while using the tank link at the bottom of the video, where you see the subscribe, the like, and those things, those trail over there. Sometimes if it doesn't come up, you can click on the three dots on the right hand side, and then you see the dollar sign and then thanks, and then you can do a donation towards the video if you like the video. um thank you guys for watching, and you can drop your comments as well in the comment section so that your question will be featured in the next Answer Monday video. Thank you guys for watching.